He's like sitting on top of the toilet.
He's like on the ceiling.
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
Yeah!
Ah, there he is! Oh my
Get
God.
Because he's Stick.
Stick. Stick. What a stupid name.
Apparently it's short for Ernest Stick Stickley.
Burt Reynolds is Stick.
Burt Reynolds. How much do you know about Burt Reynolds?
I know that he was in Deliverance.
Sometimes you have to lose yourself before you can find anything.
And I'm pretty sure he was part of that Young Turks New Hollywood thing, wasn't he? That was like Jane Fonda and Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper.
Part of the American New Wave, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know where the Young Turks thing comes from, but that's what they were being called in the 60s. I think Candace Candy Bergen was a part of that as well.
So it's based on a book by Elmore Leonard. I mainly know Elmore Leonard as the guy who wrote Rum Punch, which is the book that Jackie Brown is based on. I didn't quite realize that Burt Reynolds had a pretty significant directing career. He was his own leading man in his own crime and action-y movies, and he was apparently quite obsessed with Stick and wanted to make Stick.
The mob took his money, killed his best friend, then set him up as the fall guy. The only thing he couldn't do was stick to the rules.
It starts off with him on a train coming into Florida. Miami specifically, yeah.
Yeah!
Stick.
Fucking A. So far, this is sick.
So far, it's so good.
Would you say he's a tramp? I guess he's a tramp.
He's a man of mystery.
That was cool. I like that.
That was sick.
The watermelon transition.
A watermelon transition. That's called a watermelon cut.
He comes in and he meets his friend Rainey. He's extremely friendly because he jumps on his lap like a little boy.
They stick together for a long time.
Yeah, they do.
For longer than I would be comfortable with.
That's a long stick. Maybe it's to just demonstrate that he's much smaller than Burt Reynolds.
Hey, Bobby!
Hey, Rainey. Hi.
How you doing?
They interact with this female bartender, and along comes this other guy who just looks like an absolute sleazeball.
Great ass.
Now, he is disgusting. It's a good trait for Stick not to like him, but I do think he's a bit excessive with how he responds. Oh my God.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Stick. That's reckless. How cartoony is that?
Smell of urine balls, son.
My biscuits are burning. Jeez.
Oh
my God.
Oh.
Stick. Come on.
You fainted.
The reason why is because the guy was like, we should go down to the beach. Plenty of peach fuzz, as in there's plenty of underage girls.
You know what goes on here during Easter break? A million little chicks, that's what. Talking beach fuzz.
I don't know that somebody saying something like that means they deserve to get lit on fire.
I think it does.
Okay. His friend tells him that guy was an asshole, but you can't bang people who are assholes.
So what are you gonna do? Bang every asshole that says something? You'll be banging assholes every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Bang every asshole.
I mean, when in Miami. What are you trying to say, Burt Reynolds?
It's a very poor choice of words. He remarks about the fact that his van is really crappy and that he has a broken seat.
Look at this.
And then he shows him a photo of his daughter. It's a photo that his daughter sent to him while he was in prison.
Look, know what it says on the back of the picture? Dear Dad, I'm trying to look sexy.
Why would you write that on a photo?
To your dad.
To your dad, who's in prison. Rainey says that he has a job for him. They just have to go pick up a suitcase, take it someplace, and they pay us $5,000. They pull up to a hotel. They go up to an apartment that Rainey says has nice neon.
Ooh, look at that neon.
I want a place like this. There's so many glass surfaces that I can snort my cocaine off of in this apartment.
It is highly cocaine decor. It's white, marble.
Chrome, glass, pink.
Yes.
Gotta have silver.
Pointless hats. No ties.
Everything's pastel. Ferns. Naked statues that are also lamps.
Statues of people bending over like they're about to be decapitated. I guess all it really helps to tell us about Chuck is that he's eccentric.
I don't even know what to think about him. I've never seen a person like him outside of Queensland.
There's no person like him because he's got fake eyebrows. He's got what must be a wig.
He looks like a nightclub owner from the Gold Coast.
What about I'm only 5,000, you said, right?
Come back tomorrow. I'll be here.
With that, they're happy to go off and do a drug deal.
Why don't we pass on this thing?
Hey, no way, man. We made a deal and we can't break it. You know that.
My theory is that I think Burt Reynolds paid for a helicopter and really wanted to use it because there's all these shots that really don't need to be helicopter shots.
They wanted to show off the vastness in the Everglades.
So they show up to this place to pick up Moke, and Moke is an albino in cowboy clothes. When they first get there, they almost run him over. They pull a Kevin McAllister on him. And Stick is not sensitive to his condition because he calls him bunny eyes.
I never saw anybody with bunny eyes before.
So Moke gets in the van. He tells Rainey that he has to hand over the suitcase to this other party. They meet these other guys. Rainey gets out to hand over the suitcase, and then the albino gets out and he shoots Rainey from quite a distance. Doesn't seem like Stick has anything to say about it until afterwards, because he kicks the seat and kicks the albino out of the car and then takes off. So there's a chase into the field.
He's like driving through swamp
Yeah, he
land.
drives into the swamp. Once the van comes to a standstill, he gets out, takes the jerry can of petrol, and just uses it to light the entire place.
I bet he's just resourceful as fuck. He's like a MacGyver.
What? MacGyver doesn't just like pour petrol on everything and light it on fire.
I bet his hidden strength is that he can think fast.
It can burn stuff.
This is quite an extensive stunt.
It's a pretty good fireball. It gets him out of danger with these people. He's able to run away. Now we're introduced to Nestor. That's the guy that they were going to deliver the suitcase to. And all he's left with is just a photo of Stick's daughter with the, "I'm trying to look sexy." So he runs and runs across Miami and gets to a friend's place. We don't really find much about this guy, but he knew Rainey and he knows Stick. So he lets him stay at his shack for a while. Look at this photo. It's back when we used to bang every asshole in Florida together.
Like 10 minutes ago when that photo was taken.
Remember we stood in that room, all three of us took a photo, and then we started shooting. We all had the same beard and hair, same clothes. Chuck meets Nestor. He seems chuffed with the fact that they did make a financial deal go through, despite having to kill Rainey and chase off Stick.
From Bogota to Istanbul, nobody's smarter, nobody's slicker.
But Nestor's not happy. He says, "You owe me a life."
You owe me a life.
He wants Stick dead, and if he doesn't get that, he will perform the ceremony.
I performed the ceremony.
I don't know what the ceremony is.
Maybe the ceremony is just killing you. He talks to him about, remember Hendrix?
Remember Hendrix?
We don't remember Hendrix, I don't think.
No.
Oh, Jesus! Jesus!
I want for like when he shuts it again, the music fades out. Like the music's coming from inside.
And then he opens it again, it comes back. It's like one of those birthday cards with the music.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus!
I do like the added detail that Hendrix had a coke nail. So Chuck agrees that he's going to kill Stick because he doesn't want the ceremony.
Restore the balance and there will be no ceremony.
We now get our first mention of Stick having been in prison.
Stick. In prison, you muy bueno.
Right.
And then he just never stops saying it.
He never stopped saying that he was in prison.
I did some time in the joint.
Spent a lot of time in prison.
The last 7 years.
I was in prison for 7 years. I served 7 years.
7 years?
For 7 years.
And then we get the Burt Reynolds training montage.
You've got to have a training montage. What he's training for, I don't know. And look, he's got his old Deliverance costume back.
I think it literally might be his actual costume from Deliverance.
When I think of Burt Reynolds, I think of him in a sleeveless wetsuit top.
He does like to wear tight clothes. So he goes running on the beach. He goes harpooning.
Spearfishing, I'm pretty sure is what he's doing.
He goes spearfishing as part of his workout. It's almost like it's there just to intercut with the albino trying to find Stick, because there's a whole montage where he's going around asking people.
He's like, have you seen Stick? And they're like, no, sorry. And he knees people in the balls.
Oh, that guy's just buying bread. What's wrong with that? I like that there's like a montage of things happening with the bad guys, but for him, he's just like living his Miami life.
Yeah, he's just
He's just working out, going fishing.
going free dive spearfishing.
There's a prostitute at the Pool X who I think might be a trans prostitute. I'm not certain. I don't want to assume.
Imagine being a pool hall hooker.
It's a John who's slipping some money to this prostitute, and they come out, and he just like F's off. I don't know what information this prostitute has on Stick.
Does this mean that Stick saw the prostitute at the pool hall?
Did Stick have anything to do with this prostitute?
He went to shoot some pool.
Or did more than that even. So he smears some tomato sauce on the prostitute's face.
I mean, that's a clever stunt.
Rich tasting Heinz ketchup.
The albino then ruins an old guy's dominoes game. Hey, stop your domino playing and tell me about Stick. They do actually catch up to Stick's friend's shack right when Stick is out in his dinghy. Look at that thing. He's going to fall over. Oh, no.
It's like a bathtub.
Why has he got a bathtub with a motor on it? Stop it. He's going to capsize. They beat this guy up. So things are getting a little bit dangerous for Stick. So he decides to shave his beard and turn it into a stash. And that way, I guess he can hide a little better. Stick finds out that Chucky wants to kill him to appease Nestor and his black magic beliefs.
So Nestor say Chucky owes him $200,000 for the bail money.
Of course.
Also, a life.
Life.
Where am I going to get a life? I don't have a life.
He can't be after either one of us. No, they want to take his Miami life that he's been building through training.
Yeah. Stick decides to infiltrate Chuck's inner circle by getting close to Barry Braun, a movie producer that Chuck knows.
My God, you're the one who smashed the guy's face into the bar?
I see she recognized him immediately despite his facial hair change.
Right? The men won't, though. Men
No.
don't notice these
The
things.
hardened criminals have no idea what's going on.
You got my keys?
What keys?
My car keys. Wasn't Cecil in here? Didn't he leave my car keys?
So Barry Braun can't get into his car because it's locked. So Stick shows up with a car door opening gun.
There we are.
He has this little gun that just shoots into the lock and opens it.
Every housewife should have one. I'll be on my way.
He just blasts his lock on his Rolls Royce and he's like,
Awesome.
why did he have that?
Why, indeed.
It's like Chekhov's car door blasting gun.
He's obviously been a thief in the past, so he has tools for thievery. We get our first interaction with Kyle.
Barry, you okay?
Kyle is not a man. Kyle is actually a woman.
Candace Bergen.
So Barry asks Stick to be his driver, and he takes him to his estate and tells him that he can shack up with his current servant, Cornell.
Well, now tell me, you want the job or not?
Let me explain something to you, all right?
Sure.
The last 7 years, I spent in a room 7.5 feet by 10.5 feet. I'm out now. I go where I want to go, and I do what I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'll go upstairs and take a look at that room, and if I like it, I'll let you know whether I want the job or not.
That's what hiring is.
Yeah.
You know what? There's no law saying I have to take a job. No, there isn't. It's an offer.
I can't help it. I like you. Cornell, show him the room.
Cornell shows him around, but there's all this macho stuff going on.
Say, you don't know me. I'll clown all over your ass, you fuck with me.
So the two of them shack up together. There's a lot of really strange attempts at humor in this. Like the bit where they go in to talk to the cook or maid.
Oh, yeah, it's weird.
How you doing?
I'm feeling depressed because of my anxieties.
Good.
He goes, I'm teaching her English.
Right on, bro.
The tone of this movie, it can't seem to sort of get its tone right. Is it a weird, wacky comedy? Or is it a crime caper? Chuck tells the Chuck, who struggles to answer the phone.
Because he's a big tub of shit.
Yes, as we hear later.
Tub of shit.
Chuck tells the albino not to go near Stick as long as he's near Barry Braun, because Barry Braun is an acquaintance of Chuck.
Probably a
and
client of his.
he's got a good amount of money, good contacts, stuff like that. So Stick goes to watch his daughter play a soccer game, and he kind of creepily stands by a tree.
You're playing soccer, and then a guy pulls up and does this. It's
I fear he's going to get arrested. Have you seen a sexy girl around here? Oh, she is.
I don't like that.
This is weird.
Nice car, Dad.
Pretty fancy.
Isn't it a little obvious?
It's not hot. I'm a chauffeur. It's all legal.
So his daughter was living in Miami, and to get to her, he had to, like, vagabond on a train.
Why did he have to?
I don't understand. And he just shows up, and she's like, oh, fancy.
Maybe
fancy
he's,
car.
like, skipped his parole.
She says that she's 15 now, Dad.
Dad, I'm 15.
And he goes, yes, you are.
That's right, you aren't.
But he says, you know, I'm out of prison now, so we're going to be together forever.
We can be together the rest of our lives.
That's a long
That's
time.
a bit much. She walks away, gets into a convertible, and literally, like, in the same shot as she drives out, the albino and his henchman are in the back. He runs into a public toilet. He's, like, sitting on top of the toilet.
He's, like, on the ceiling.
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
Yeah!
Ah, there he is! Oh my god.
Because he's stick. He sticks.
Yeah, I stick to the roof. I stick to the walls.
Holy shit. I want him to flush the toilet over
Just to
his head.
humiliate him?
He's cruel like that.
I'm stick.
He's banging an asshole.
Why did he have to do that?
Because he's cruel.
Stick's not nice, man. I don't think Stick is a good
They're trying
person.
to kill him.
He is so overdressed for Florida.
He really is. He shouldn't be wearing dark colors like that.
Oh, he just shot at a random car. Oh,
He didn't
it was
even
him.
have time to check who that was.
No. The way that the chase scene is shot, it's very Scooby-Doo. Lots of wide, flat shots. Oh, where did they go? I sort of almost expect Stick and the henchman to, like, run in and out of different doors.
Oh, yeah. And he, like, hides behind a pole that he shouldn't fit behind.
Wow. He could be hiding anywhere behind any of those chairs. You really are doing a boy look there.
Well, it's a good thing he's been training because Stick's nice and skinny.
I lost him in the World Jai-Alai, Miami. You idiots!
Hey! Bunny eyes!
Why did he do that? Why did he yell just so he would know where he was?
Because he's, I don't know.
Because he's Stick.
He wants to stick it to him.
He's got a stick in his brain. Ah!
What the fuck?
How did he do that?
Whoa.
Now stick him in the toilet. Yeah. Oh. I love how they've lit this. It's really good. This is just abusive.
This is like at the end of Saw when you end up feeling sorry for the bad guy because they beat the shit out of him.
He's gonna rupture his liver. Oh, not on top of a bunch
The merch table.
Yeah, the merch.